So what are the principles of OOPS now?
Classes, objects,
And
attributions, inheritance.
Okay, so what we learned yesterday, the two things you tell me. Two principles we learned, no, yesterday?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
classes,
What is the
No,
first
class,
one?
object, class,
Good. Class and object. Okay. So what is a class? What is a class, girls?
As to say,
blueprint, blueprint.
The process of binding data members and associated methods in a single unit is known as a class.
Class.
Okay. And what is an object? Instance of class is known as an object. Blueprint of object can be known as class. Okay. A blueprint of object is class. Okay. So for the blueprint, we will create the object. Okay. I'm unmuting now, all of you.
demo.
All of you can hear me, Noma?
Yes, ma'am.
My voice is clear only now?
Yes,
Okay, Madan, I'm unmute, making you mute. Okay.
your voice.
Manas, Maithili.
So what is a class? So class is nothing but it is a blueprint. What is an object? An object is nothing but it is an instance. It is an instance of the class. Okay. Okay now. So what is the next principle? Abstraction. So what is the meaning of abstraction? Combining several existing data types to form a new type is called abstraction. This is possible by using the class, that is hiding the data. So abstraction means nothing but, in the name itself, abstracting means it is nothing but hiding. It is a kind of hiding. Okay. So combining several data types to form a single data type, to form a new data type is nothing but abstraction. This is possible by using the class. So that is nothing but hiding the data. Okay. Abstraction means nothing but hiding the data. How can we do this? By using the class. Okay. So here what we will do, we will combine several data types to form a new data type. Okay, it is abstraction. Clearly we are going to learn about this now. We have one chapter abstraction. Okay. Next one, encapsulation. So encapsulation means nothing but taking the data and methods as a single unit is called encapsulation. That is nothing but wrapping. Class is an example. Okay. So what we are doing in the class, we are combining the data and also a method. We are writing a method also and also data. Data means nothing but we are creating the variables now. So what we are doing, we are combining together. That means wrapping. Wrapping means what? General meaning, we will wrap the gift wrapper now. So same like that, here we will combine the data and methods. Data and methods, we will wrap together both the things. That is nothing but encapsulation. So this is also a separate subchapter we have. Okay, we are going to learn about this also. So what is the example of encapsulation? That is nothing but class. Then the second point, the next point is inheritance. Producing new classes from existing classes is called inheritance. An advantage of inheritance is reusability of code. So, producing new classes from existing classes. Okay. So, what we will do here, we will create new class by using the existing class. Okay. That is nothing but inheritance. Okay. We will inherit the properties of one class to another class here. Okay. So, what will be the advantage of this inheritance? You reusability of the code. So, whatever the code we've written already, by using that code, we are creating the other class. So, what is happening here? We are reusing the same code. So, how to create the class by using inheritance? This is also we are having a separate chapter. So, we will learn in detail in that. Okay. So, inheritance means nothing but producing a new class from the existing class. Okay. So, what we are doing here, we are reusing the code. Okay. Then the next one is polymorphism. Poly means nothing but many. Okay. Morphism means forms. Okay. Many forms. The process of representing one form in multiple forms is known as polymorphism. So, one thing we will represent it in different forms. Okay, that is nothing but polymorphism. Okay, there are two types of polymorphism: static polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism. So, only one form will be there, but it can be represented in different forms. Okay, multiple forms. It can be represented in multiple forms. That is nothing but polymorphism. So, how many types of polymorphism we have? Static polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism. So, what is static polymorphism? The process of binding a method with an object at compile time is known as static polymorphism. So, binding method with its related data. Okay, it will happen at the time of compiling. In static polymorphism, what will happen? Binding, the process of binding a method with its data, its object at compile time. Okay, at compile time, if it will happen at compile time, then that is known as static polymorphism. Okay, so binding of a method with the object, with the related object, if it is happening at the compile time, then it is known as static polymorphism. Dynamic polymorphism means nothing but the process of binding a method with an object at runtime is known as dynamic polymorphism. So, the same process, if it is happening at the time of runtime, then it is known as dynamic polymorphism. Okay, girls? Okay, so what we are doing here, we are learning the same thing in different modes. That's all now. So in abstraction, what we learn, combining several data types to form a new data type. So in class, what we will write? We will write different kinds of variables. We will create different kinds of variables. So when we will create the object, at that time, what will happen? All this will be created in the object. The memory will be created in the object. For that object, one name will be given. One variable will be given, that is called as object variable. Okay, class variable, that can be known as class variable. So here what we are doing, we are creating a new type. Okay, so here it is nothing but abstraction. Okay, so what will happen in abstraction, that just it will hide the data. Okay, we can't see anything there, just it will hide the data. Encapsulation means what? We are wrapping together the data and a method. Okay, in a single unit. Okay, so how we will wrap the gift box? Same like that we are wrapping here the data and a method. That's all. That is nothing but encapsulation. So class is an example. In class, what we are doing, we are writing the method and also we are creating the related variables and we are storing the data. Okay. The next one is inheritance. Inheritance means what? Creating, producing the new class from the existing class is nothing but inheritance. So already we will write one class called A we are writing. By using the class A, we are going to produce a new class B, for example. So this is nothing but inheritance, acquiring the properties of one class to another class. That is nothing but inheritance. Okay. Next one is polymorphism. Polymorphism means nothing but many forms. Okay. We will represent the one form, one thing in different forms. Okay. So that is nothing but polymorphism. So how many polymorphisms we are having? Static polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism. So static polymorphism means what? Binding a method with the object. Okay, binding a method with the object will take the place at the time of compile time in static polymorphism. In dynamic polymorphism, it will happen at the time of runtime. Okay, clear here? All of you give your attendance mark, type present and post it in chat box. Type present and post it in the chat box, all of you. Okay. So here we have an example, how to create the class and how to create the object. Okay. So it is important, girls, concentrate after giving the attendance. Concentrate on the screen. Okay. So here we are starting with the class. Okay. So public is the access specifier. So we have to write this public before writing the class keyword. Okay. Then hello is nothing but it is a class name. Okay. It is a class name. Then here instance variable we are creating. Okay. Instance variable. We learn now in first year what is the meaning of instance variable. Okay, so here we are creating the instance variable. Okay, so int age is equal to 18. Okay, int age is equal to 18. So what will happen here in the computer, in the memory, age will be created. Age is nothing but one integer type of variable and in that 18 will be stored. Then we are writing main. We are starting with the main. Public static void main. Okay. In main, what we are doing? We are creating the object. See the syntax here, girls. So as per the syntax which we learned, what is the statement to write the object creation statement? So how to create the object? See here. We should write the class name here first. Then space object hello. It is nothing but one user defined. It is like one user defined word and it is nothing but it is object. Okay. Object hello is equal to new space hello. So object will be created. See what is the object name here we are doing? We are giving object hello. See here object hello. Okay, it is getting created in the memory like this. And in this object, what will be created? Whatever the variables we created, that will be created in the class. In the class, what variable we created? Only one variable. That is nothing but age is equal to. And also, we are assigning the value also here. Age is equal to 18. Okay. Then in the next statement, what we are doing? We are printing one statement. One printf statement, one print statement we are writing. So in the double quotes, hello my age is object hello dot age. So object hello dot age means this one. Whatever it is there in this age variable, that will be printed. So how it will be printed? Hello, my age is 18. That will be printed. So here this is nothing but here it is separation symbol. Okay, separation symbol. We used to give comma, no? In C programming, same like that. Here we should use plus symbol. Okay. After that, we are giving the value here. What is that value? Object hello dot age. Object hello dot age. In this variable, whatever the value is there, that will be printed here. Okay. Then here we are creating another object. Okay, what is the name? With what name we are creating? Same syntax we are using here. See, hello class name, object name is equal to new operator, then class name again, opening and closing brackets, semicolon. Okay. So with the object hello one, the object will be created, and whatever the variable we created, that will be created here also. Age is equal to 8. Then what we are doing here? We are doing, we are incrementing the value of age. How we are doing? See here. Object hello one dot age. Object hello one dot age means this one. Okay, is equal to object hello one dot age plus 1. So whatever it is there in this, to that one will be added. That means in age 19 will be stored. Okay. Then we are printing one message. What is that? Hello, my age is. Then object hello one dot age. Okay. Object hello one dot age. It is dot age now. So what will be printed here? This 18 got erased actually. Okay. 19 is there now. So this 19 will be printed. How it will be printed? Hello, my age is 19. Like that it will be printed. Okay.